Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for the cheapest and fastest coins anywhere. Use code Zirksee for 15% off your order. And if you guys want to compete in tournaments for cash prizes, make sure to check out tourneycrypt.com.
The whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be going over the Harvest Daily Riddle for you guys and also going over the NFL 100 running back rankings. I honestly have never been asked more times to actually rank the NFL 100 ranks, or in general rank like 4 or 5 players, so I'm going to be doing that for you guys today. But I also want to say, if you have not already seen the $1,000 pack opening, make sure you guys go ahead and check that video out. I uploaded it last night. It is actually my most liked video ever. You guys got over 5,400 likes on it at the time of recording this video. That is insane. So seriously, thank you guys so much for showing just a ton of support on that video. You guys have been absolutely ridiculous this year. It has been incredible. But we do have the new Riddle. And also, if you guys didn't know, I believe you can actually still go right now and go to the Harvest Daily Riddles. You can go in here to the Harvest Dailies, and I believe you can actually play all 4 of them currently. I've actually been asked, what's the point of doing these challenges? Well, currently, we don't know. But I believe there's going to be some sort of special reward at the end. I think that's what Kralo said. So if you don't know any of these answers, I'm going to go over them all for you very, very quickly here. So number 1 is actually going to be A and D with Barry Sanders. So if you guys have not already done this solo, make sure you guys go in here, get a 40-yard rushing touchdown, and then you have to score 3 rushing TDs in the second half. I know getting the 40-yard rushing touchdown is actually very hard. Like, it took me quite a while to get that 40-yard TD. I had to get very lucky and break some tackles. The second one, as you guys can see right here, what you need to do, you have to pass for 100 yards in the 3rd quarter, and you actually have to get 7 completions and get a touchdown. I believe that's all you guys have to do in this gameplay. If I remember correctly, all you have to do is A and C. They average 1 passing TD a quarter, and both QBs average 7+ completions. That's literally all you guys have to do there. As for the 3rd one, this one actually came out yesterday. It was Randy Moss caught 3 passes for 163 yards and all were touchdowns. As you can see, I actually have not had the time to go back and play these challenges, but I definitely need to. And Randall Cunningham had over a 20-yard per pass average. So that's the ones that you need to do, B and C. And finally, today we have the new From Coach to Player, which this is actually when Jason Garrett stepped in for the Cowboys. And as you guys can see, it is Emmitt Smith rushed for 2 touchdowns. Cowboys allowed less than 62 yards passing in each quarter. Jason Garrett threw for less than 250 yards, and Emmitt Smith had over 150 yards rushing. Well, it is not D, surprisingly, and also, it's not C, so it is actually A and B. So what you guys need to do, as you can see right here, you have to rush for 125 yards first up. It says right here, Emmitt Smith rushed for 2 TDs. So what you need to do in your first 2 drives is actually rush for 2 touchdowns, and the Cowboys allowed less than 62 passing yards in each quarter. So in the 3rd quarter, all you need to do is allow less than 62 passing yards. Doesn't seem that hard to go ahead and do. My recommendation, probably blitz on defense. It seems like the computer most of the time, if you just blitz, you'll probably end up getting a sack on that. But good luck with these challenges, and let's go ahead and get into the ranking of the NFL 100 running backs. And now let's get into the rankings of the NFL 100 running backs. And if you guys want me to do this every single week, that they come out with new NFL 100 players, that they put out 4 players at the same position, whatever, I definitely can get it done for you guys. I don't think I've ever been asked more to actually go ahead and rank 4 or 5 different players, because there's so many, all these players are good, right? All 4 of these guys are really, really good, and I've seen a lot of people ask me, which ones do you think are the best, and why? Well, I've actually played with them all, so if you guys want to check out the gameplays, you can, but I'm going to give you guys my personal rankings on what I played with them. So, number 4, I'm actually going with Emmitt Smith. Now, there's probably a reason he's so cheap. He's 540K. A big reason I think he's so cheap, actually, is because of the X Factor. If you guys didn't know, with these NFL 100 players, they actually have a special X Factor. It's a little bit weird, but they start off the game with their X Factor ability activated if you select that one, but it's twice as hard to actually activate if you get knocked out. So instead of 3 plays of 10+ rushing yards, you actually have to get 6. So it's very, very hard to get it back, but starting the game with it is so ridiculous. The issue is Emmitt Smith starts off with protected custody, which is basically you can't fumble. Now take a look at Emmitt Smith's stats. As you guys can see, he's got 91 speed, 91 excel, 93 agility, 93 carrying, 72 catching with a 90 elusiveness, 86 truck, 89 break tackle. He's not the fastest of the running backs. He doesn't have the best trucking of any of the running backs, but his carrying's pretty good. He's overall just like a pretty solid one. His stiff arm is an 85, his spin is an 88, and his juke is a 90. So nothing like flashy with Emmitt. I will say though, he was kind of like really slippery. Like he would slide in between the tackles and pick up a couple extra yards there when maybe another running back would have to bounce off a guy, but he would just slip right in between them. I feel like he's one of the smaller of these running backs that came out. Emmitt Smith, though, I think the X factor is a pretty big deal. He can get, of course, jukebox. He can get spin cycle. And the third one I went with inside zone guru. You guys can check out the gameplays if you want to see what chemistries all of these guys can get or what abilities they can all get, because I showed in all my gameplays. Now, number 2, I'm going to go with Jim Brown. Now, this actually might surprise some people because Jim Brown is actually like, a lot of people think he could be the best one. Personally, for me, I think for my playing style, he just didn't really fit too well. Although, I do love that he gets wrecking balls as X factor to start off the game, so it's like his first 3 trucks and stiff arms, but that's kind of an issue because it's only 3, right? So, I feel like it should be a little bit more, like maybe freight train or whatever, but it's okay. Jim Brown is actually the only one out of all these running backs that does get bruiser, which of course is better trucking and stiff arm animations. If you watch the gameplay though, maybe I just wasn't timing it right, but I literally just couldn't get it to work. Like I tried stiff arming, I tried to truck people, and I just wasn't getting the animation, so that kind of threw me off with Jim Brown. But he's got 92 speed, 91 excel, 89 agility, 92 carrying, 67 catch, 84 elusiveness, 90 trucking, and 93 break tackle. Out of all 4 of these running backs, he's the most stiff running back. Like, he's not a cut guy, right? But he does actually get jukebox, though, which is very, very nice. So he's the only one that can get, like, a jukebox and get something to help him with trucking people. So if you like that kind of stuff, it's completely up to you. He does have an 88 ball carrier vision, which doesn't matter, 92 stiff arm, 81 spin, and 89 juke move. So you're basically going to juke, truck, or stiff arm people, and it should work the majority of the time, but he's just not the quickest of them all. And overall, I don't know what it was about this Jim Brown card, but personally speaking for me, I just didn't really like it a lot. I will say I liked him more over Emmitt Smith, just because he actually does have that bruiser chem, which I think is big time clutch. But personally, didn't really care for him. Now, number 2, I'm going to go with Barry Sanders. Now, the reason I'm actually putting Barry Sanders number 2, and in my gameplay, I think in my gameplay he actually had the best gameplay of all 4 of the running backs that I use. He has 93 speed, 95 excel, 95 agility, 86 carrying, 70 catching, 92 elusiveness with 69 trucking, and 92 break tackle. Now, also Barry Sanders has a spin and juke move of 92 and 92, which is very good, with 81 stiff arm. The card is very good, and he starts off with first one's free X factor, which of course is like juke, spin, or hurdle. Like the first juke, spin, or hurdles, more than likely gonna work with these players. And Barry's just glitchy. Barry has always been extremely glitchy. I will say though, out of all of the players that I used, he was the only one to fumble because he does have 86 carrying, and obviously he has 69 truck. But he is so quick. It really does make him very, very deadly, and he's 5'8", which for some reason just seems very glitchy with Barry Sanders. I love the card, but personally, I want to put him in number 2 strictly because of his carrying and his lack of trucking ability. Although, if you go Barry, I wouldn't be upset. And in my personal opinion, at number 1, I gotta go with Eric Dickerson. He played insane for me. He has played insane for me. And you guys can see I actually do have him powered up on the team. He has 93 speed, 92 excel, 92 agility, 93 carrying, 86 elusiveness, 91 trucking, and 91 break tackle. In the gameplay that I did with Eric Dickerson, he looked so similar to Barry, but he can actually truck people. He's a little bit more agile than Jim Brown. He doesn't get bruised or anything, but 91 trucking is still very, very good. He also gets jukebox, spin cycle, and the thing I love most about him as well, as you guys can see, he does have a stiff arm of 91, spin of 87, juke of 90. For me personally, one of my chems, he does get up to 90 spin move, and I think he has a 93 juke move. The thing I love about him is that he actually has freight train as his X factor, which if you guys didn't know, basically you're guaranteed to break the first tackle every single time, which is big, especially since the reason, the main thing you have to worry about with these players is getting tackled on line of scrimmage when they start off with their X factor, because that's how you lose it. 2 people have to tackle you. That is big. So Eric Dickerson, to me, is the best one. He's Barry Sanders that doesn't fumble as much. and just isn't as elusive, right? Just isn't elusive and slightly slower. But I'm going to be honest here. He made the same exact plays that Barry Sanders made in terms of outrunning people or beating them to the edge. To me, Eric Dickerson is in fact the best NFL 100 running back. But that's my ranking of the NFL 100 running backs. Comment down below what you guys think about my rankings. Would you switch anyone around anywhere? And maybe you have some personal opinions about why you think maybe Emmitt Smith is really good or maybe Barry Sanders is just really bad. Comment them down below. And if you watched all the way to the end, comment down below pencil. I don't know why pencil, but we're going with it. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this video did help you guys out with the Harvest promo and as well making your pick of the NFL 100 running backs. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.